Hello everyone. How is everyone doing today? So, we are back after a very long time because it was New Year and that's why everybody was busy. So, today we'll be having a live session with Aarti ma'am, and she is a quilling artist. So, she'll be telling us about the art, and towards the end of the session, she'll also tell you how to make things. So let's proceed. I'll send her the request and we'll start the live session. So, for those of you who have joined late, we're having a live session with Aarti ma'am. So, she's here
Hi.
now telling us about herself. So, ma'am, please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone. So my name is Aarti Rawat and I'm a paper artist. And like under paper art, there are a different type of art and dimensions. So I basically work with two dimensions, that is quilling and iris folding. So majorly on my profile, you will see the work that is done with quilling and iris folding. So, quilling is basically an art form which involves the use of paper strips. Here we, instead of using colors like the paint, brush pens, watercolors, acrylic, we use paper. So we use like different colorful papers, and from those paper strips, like from papers, we convert them into strips. Like I'll show you. So here are some of the paper strips which I'm having in my hand, and with the help of these strips we do this art. We like convert these paper strips into different forms and dimensions, and then we do this art which is known as quilling. And similarly there is other dimensions, which is iris folding. I also work with iris folding. So iris folding is also a paper folding technique in which like the paper is folded into different forms, and then the design is created.
Okay. So, before we proceed, I would like to compliment you on your background. That is really pretty. You have,
Thank you so much.
and it's
And recently, like I would like to mention that recently, my name has also been recorded under the International Book of Records for making the smallest quilling panda. So, like I am the record holder till now for making the smallest quilling panda in India and international both. So here it is. So this is this much small. So it is
oh,
made using like the paper strips only, and it's like a 3D kind of a miniature, you can say. So it is around
hmm.
1.8 centimeters.
Oh, so congratulations.
Thank you
Uh,
so much.
So, yes, moving ahead with the next question. What inspired you to start working with paper, and how did your journey begin?
Okay, so this is an art form which I have been doing since around past 10 years, but art is something like which is inside me since my childhood. So like since childhood I was into art. Like I love to do all kind of art, whether sketching or watercolor, like every art form I think I have tried. But like when I grow up, then usually like we just forget some things. So art was one of those, because like you focus more on your studies, and then there's a different kind of race going on, you can say. So we are like behind job and all those things. So I was also one of those. I was working with a healthcare sector in accounts department. So I'm a BCom graduate, and similarly, like after my graduation I started working. But then when I started working, I worked there for 2 3 years, but then it was like there's a void somewhere. So I really like wanted to do something, but at that time it was like not clear in my mind what I really want to do, because I was really bored with the monotonous and daily routine that you need to follow when you like go for some job. And some, like some people are really satisfied with that, and there's nothing bad in that. But like I was really not satisfied with it. And So with that only, like there was something, and with that I was also preparing for UPSC exams, but that was also like very hectic, because you have to go through a lot of long, it's a very long process. So with that time only, like I thought of doing some art. And randomly, like one day I was scrolling through Instagram, and I saw a very beautiful paper artwork, and I was really like fascinated with that. And at that moment only I thought, like, I need to make this. And there was nothing like, yeah, I wanted to continue this or I wanted to convert into a business, but it was like I want to do something with it and I just need to do it. So like at that time I was not like known to quilling or iris folding, nothing like that. So I remember, like, I was just having some paper strips within my house, and like not even paper strips, paper. So I just converted them into strips and I just created something. So from there, you can say it just like started. And
Okay.
from then, like it was like every day I was creating something. And from there, it just like my journey began from there onwards.
So, like you said that in your childhood also you used to be stick to art. So, was it quilling also which you did in your childhood, or you discovered it in the later years of your life?
No, it was not quilling. It was like in later years. But yes, I was doing with like you must have seen those small paper
Yes.
baskets, paper made baskets, which we do with newspapers, like rolling the newspaper into some coils and then doing that. So I was like, when I was working also, then also like some sort of art I was doing, but not on regular basis, you can say. But yes, when I was preparing for UPSC examinations and doing the job together. So it was really hectic for me. So at that time, like just for relaxing your mind, I need to do something like some form of art. But when I like started doing quilling now, it was something different, because like it was really therapeutic for me, and it really takes away your stress, because it's a total like hand-eye coordination work. So you need to be really focused and you need to have your full concentration. So like since then I started quilling. Earlier I used to do sketching, and yes, I was into a lot of crafting. So that is when I started quilling. So it didn't took me a lot of time to get that clarity in my work, because I was already doing some craft works and I was already making something with newspaper and all those kind of art. So yes, it was really fun.
So, my next question is, tell us more about the award you received, International of Records, which is mentioned.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, like, earlier when I started quilling, so I wasn't aware about what all things we can do with quilling, because it was also new to me. And here in India, like, it was not that popular art. Because when I remember when I mentioned quilling to my family and to friends, so they were like, some of them have heard about quilling, and they were like, yes, you can do like there used to be small gift packages used to come for quilling, which are for earrings and all that. But no one was like so much sure that yes, you can have a career or you can do something with quilling also. So with that, so when I moved forward and I took this forward, then I got to know about India Book of Records. Like there is similarly Limca Book of Records, India Book of Records. So I just applied for India Book of Records. And there I thought of making the smallest one, because it was very initial stage at the time when I received India Book of Records. So I thought ki let's try for something smaller, because bigger, it will take a lot of material and a lot of like things to do. So I took the smaller challenge, although it was really challenging to make the smallest one, because you need to be very patient and very accurate, you need to be with paper. So then I tried for India Book of Records, and there my name was selected. And then it was it was also telecasted on Sudarshan TV. So after that, like moving forward, then I came to know about this International Book of Records, and then I applied there, and there also my record was like selected. So it was really a very nice experience, because I know many people are there who are doing amazing job in the art field, but they're really not aware about how they can take this forward and what all things they can do. Because generally in our families also, we have heard that like study and find a job, or it is much better than doing something in art. But I would like to say that yes, if you need to do something with your full heart, then obviously everything is possible, and you, in every dimension and direction, there is a scope.
Right. So that's really great. And I wanted to ask that International Book of Records, is it like a specific part only? There are
No, no, no.
multiple things.
There are multiple things you can apply for anything. Like if there are people who have such talent and need to do a record for something, then they can surely apply.
It's like Guinness
Yeah, yeah. Now
words.
my next target is Guineas only.
Okay.
Actually, I already like tried, but they are not having this category till now. So I will just find out other ways how I can reach there and how I can do. So my next target is that only.
Okay. So all the best to
Thank,
you for that. Okay.
thank you.
My next question is, could you walk us through the basic tools and materials which are needed in the art of quilling?
Yeah.
Or
So yeah. Okay. So, quilling is something which any one of us can try. So, it doesn't it is not compulsory to have tools with you. Because when initially I started, I was not having any of the quilling tools. I just saw an artwork. I was so fascinated that I really wanted to do. And if you have this in mind now, you want to do, then you can find many ways to achieve that and to do that. So it is something like there are basic quilling tools, which is like a quilling needle, and like this is the quilling needle, and this is also known as a slaughter tool, because it has a little gap in between, and there you can insert your strip, paper strip, like these kind of strip, and there you can insert this strip, and then you can like start rolling it. So this way you can do quilling. And with that, if you're not having this also, because I was not having this quilling tool also at the time, so you can just simply with your hands just curl this paper, and you can just start rolling it. So this way you can make the small tight coils, loose coils, and then convert them into shapes. And now there are like different forms of quilling. So one is on edge quilling. So for on edge quilling, you need to like paste the strips straight away. For example, this. So here it is a very very simple Christmas card, and you just can just see we have just pasted this. So and with that you can also like make this kind of work. So this is also simple quilling work. And if we talk about rolls, then you can convert these kind of works you can do. And with that, we also do have some other quilling tools. Like I personally myself doesn't I use a lot of tools, but yes, there are some quilling boards also, some quilling like boards in which there are a lot of shapes mentioned, and you can just use it like these type of quilling boards. So you can just place your foil here in between to provide them different shapes. So this is kind of a shaper tool. And then we have this slaughter tool. And this way we also have some other tools for but all the things can also be done with your hands. So it is totally you can say a handmade art, we say it, handmade paper art.
that's great. So we don't need to invest too much. We can do it with the.
Yes, yes, yes. This is the best part about this art, that you don't need to invest much. And even you can see these earrings I'm wearing. This is also paper.
Oh,
So it's all paper. You can like go into different dimensions. This is what I'm saying. Like when I started initially, na, so like I was also not aware about what all things I can do. I just saw an artwork and I just started making that. But when I researched a lot more, then I came to know that there is also a different type of acid free papers available that you use for your artworks, so that it doesn't fade away and it stays the same. So and there are a lot of other things, like you can go in different dimensions. You can make small fridge magnets. I would like to like show you one. So we can make these type of simple fridge magnets. So it's a fridge magnet and a owl, you can see.
Yes,
So,
this is really cute.
yeah,
And
so these type of fridge magnets can be done. Yeah, and then we have some these type of like earrings.
okay.
So
That,
different things can be done. You can create these type of simple flowers and then convert them into earrings. So we can go into jewelry section, and we can also like make simple neck pieces. For example, this flower, you can just put it in a thread and it can be converted into a neck piece. So there are like lot of things we can do with this paper art. And with that, like paper is also like a degradable, so it's not an issue. And we do upcycle our papers, like the small leftovers, we used to like convert them into recycled paper. And with that, if there is a paper strip, small strips which are there, so with that we do the iris folding. Like we have small like when we receive some gifts, we do get it in a, if it's a paper packaging, na, then we used to like use it for iris folding cards.
what is iris folding? Can you please elaborate on that?
Yeah, sure. I would like to show you one card. Just a second. I'm okay. Here it is. So, like you can see this type of card. You see, so it's a card. So it's an alphabet card. Here I have made this. So you can see the foldings which are there.
Oh,
So this is called the iris folding. Yes. So here I have used this golden colored paper, red paper. So like instead of this, like this is golden paper, so this is also packaging paper. So instead of this, you can also use the printed packaging papers. That also looks really beautiful on this. So and even when we are doing quilling, I'm cutting strips. If some of the strips get left, then we use it in this form. And like there are some small cutting papers, so we used to like use it in this form. So we use it to the most.
really pretty. Like initially it was not visible, but when you showed the closer part, it is really pretty. The
Okay. Yeah, now you can see, I think.
right.
So there is a lot of folding design. So it's an alphabet, and similarly we can like make different shapes. Like the Valentine's is approaching, so we are working on more of the heart shapes now.
That's nice. So, my next question is, how do you approach designing a new quilling project, and are there any tips and tricks for the same?
Okay. So whenever like I get a new order, so some of the times client is very sure that what they want, or some of the times like they are confused, like if they are having a they just tells me about their background, ki they are having this type of background, so what will suit them. And this question has been asked many a times, that how do you get the ideas and how you work. So see, ideas are like in a day you get a lot of ideas, but every idea cannot be converted into this like art. So idea is when you go outside, when you see new things, so you get new ideas. For example, like my last trip was to Amritsar, and when I went to the like that golden temple, so there was a lot of blue and brown shade work that was there, the meenakari you say na. So it was like so mesmerizing, so beautiful. So I was like, I need to like take this color combination into my art. So this is somehow you get the different types of color combinations, how do you work. And then you can take a lot of inspiration from this nature. Like there's a lot of birds, different colored birds, and like this way you take the color combination. And then designing is something like people already have in mind like what they want, so that is like incorporated in that. So this is why our raw at craft is like we take people aspirations and then incorporate them into like our work.
Okay. So do you find it easier if the client already has everything in their mind that what they want, or do you like projects which are open-ended and you are the one deciding what you want to do?
See, always an artist would always say that they like open-ended projects because then they have the full scope of showing their creative and artistic side. But when client already has in mind, because see, sometimes the thing is that they have two, three different dimensions in mind, and sometimes it's like all of the three together are not making any sense, or we cannot take all of these together. Like sometimes if you can say that the client has this color and this color, but somehow these three colors like together they are not going to give you that impact or that good effect. So yes, it is sometimes challenging, but then if the customer demands, then sometimes we have to go by that. And but most of the times the customers are like, if you feel this is fine, then we need to go by this.
Okay, so they rely on you that
Yeah,
okay you do.
matlab, and I we do also as an artist, we do like to have that creative freedom so that we can do whatever creativity we can show in that.
Okay. So I think let's move to the demo part and let's learn something from you.
Yeah,
So
sure.
what are you going to say?
So I think many of the people must be there who are like new to quilling or who don't I would like to ask you that did you have idea about quilling or you have done quilling?
So, all the people in the comment section, please tell her if you know about quilling already. If I tell about myself, in my school time, I have done quilling because
Oh,
school was so much into art and craft. We also
great.
had an have a
Mm-hmm.
evening that was basically about art and craft. Every class used to make something different. So from there, I guess I also have that that I want to do something related to craft or something like that. So I
Mm-hmm.
my childhood, but yes, if I talk about now, so it's been a lot of time since I've done that. So I'll love to learn something new from you today.
Okay, sure, sure. So we'll make a very simple flower today. So this kind of flower, okay,
Okay.
you can see. So we'll create this flower today. So for that, okay. So, firstly, the people who are new to quilling, and so this is the quilling needle, as I have already told, and okay, we'll start with a very basic coil. Okay, so the first very basic of quilling is the tight coil. So here I'm having this paper strip, and I would also like to mention that these paper strips comes in different sizes. Like this is around 3 mm, so this comes in 5 mm, 10 mm, 15 mm, 20 mm. So whatever thickness you want to take, you can use it accordingly. So currently I'm using 3 mm strip, and this is very thin, and you also get thick strips. Like for on-edge quilling we need very thick strips. So firstly I'm just inserting this inside my tool, and then I'm just revolving it, folding it. So this way, with the same pressure, you need to just roll this strip, and this is how you convert this strip into a tight coil. So I have just rolled it, and now I have put my tool aside, and you can see we have got this tight coil. Okay, so now I'll just take some glue, and you need to take a very small amount of glue because it's paper, so it's very like easy to paste. So now I'm just pasting it. So in this way, you can make a tight coil. You can see. So here I have got my tight coil. So as we are making a flower, so for making the center part of the flower, I have made this tight coil. And this is the way you need to make tight coils. And okay, I will also show you one demo for the people who are not having any of the quilling tools. So they can just do it with their hands. Like they can just take this strip and just do it a little curl on this part and then just start revolving it with your fingers. So just like fold it with your fingers like this way. And this way, you need to just roll it like this. And with your hands only, you can just convert this paper strip into a tight coil. So this is how you can do it with your hands also. If you're not having any of the quilling tools, then can surely you all must be having some of the paper sheets at your home. So you can just convert them into paper strips and then just start quilling.
And how do you maintain the consistency of the shape? Like this is a type oil, it is comparatively easier to type. If you're making
Practice. like for quilling, I know many people who do quilling, but the thing they lack is the clarity in their projects. Because like if you want to sell something, then it should be like very fine, then
Mhm.
only the other person would like love to buy your products. So clarity, and the other thing is color combination. So if you are like into quilling, or someone here want to do quilling, then these are the two things they need to work on: the clarity and color combination. Because if you're doing something like great, but it's not a good color combination, then it won't look like pleasing to the eyes.
And is there any color combination which always works for you, or your favorite color combination basically?
Mm-mm. Like there's a teal blue, and with that, I think sort of orange. So it works for me always. And there are a lot of pink and purples, which always works.
Okay.
Hmm. So you can see now I'm making the petals of the flower, and for that I'm making a tight coil, and then I'll convert that coil into a loose coil. And here like it's a answer to your question also, like the accuracy. So here I am making this tight coil, and then we have to convert it into a loose coil. Okay, so here I got this loose coil, and then you need to hold it like this, like the center part you need to take on one side, and then just convert it into a teardrop shape. So this is basically called a teardrop shape. And now this is one shape, and we have to make the similar shapes, like 7 to 8 similar shapes like this, because these will work as the petal of the flower. So now for making if we are making the petal of the flowers, then every petal needs to be almost of the same size or the similar size. So this is one. And like there are different tools available for making your shapes of the same size. Like I saw you that quilling board. So you can also use that quilling board. And if you're not using that quilling board, then you need to see that you make, when you are making your coils now, just apply equal pressure. Because when you apply equal pressure while folding it, then automatically when it opens up, all the coils will open up the exact same. Like,
Okay, so it requires a lot of focus, as you said in the beginning of the session.
yes. So this is how. And
Mm.
now I'm just opening it up. So this is, it is open. It is almost the same. And then we just need to glue it. So this is how we like make the petals, and this is the teardrop shape with which we can do a lot of things. With this simple shape only we can create a lot of projects. So, and quilling is all about practice. The more you practice, more clarity you will feel in your projects.
Mm.
Like I have done a lot of sessions with students and corporates also. So I think students really catch these things very well. So please let me know if any one of you is doing this with me.
And if any one of you have any doubts regarding quilling, you
Yeah,
can
yeah. If
also comment.
anyone wants to ask any questions regarding this, or if there is an artist over here, then surely.
Okay, so there is one person who's asking that if we can have some tutorial too. So we are having that only,
Yeah,
and
we are working on that only.
stay tuned, and then we can learn something.
Yeah,
So meanwhile, I'll ask you few questions then.
yeah,
So my question is, what advice do you give to the beginners who want to improve their skills, art skills?
yeah. Okay. So, one advice I would like to give them is firstly, they need to do a lot of practice, because when we practice and see our old work now, then we ourselves got the idea that where we lagged earlier and now where we are lacking. You need to, like, when you're making your project, after the project, just have a look at your project after few days, then you will
Right.
realize that what you are lacking in this, like this happens with me till now also. Like if I make something, then there are some days that you don't want to like work on that, or sometimes you're just, your mind doesn't work. It happens. So you just need to like give some time and just look at your work after some time. And with that, there is practice. Only practice can improve you as an artist. Nothing else will work. Your own self practice.
And in your journey, were there some challenges which you faced? When did you start your journey, your your paper artist journey?
Mhm. Like I said that I really have a niche towards art since my childhood, so I was doing it. But when you're doing it as a hobby, then it is fine for everyone, for your family, friends, everyone is fine with that when you're doing it as a hobby. But suddenly, when you say that you want to pursue it as a career, or you like, I remember when, like I told ki I was working, so when I took this decision of leaving everything behind and just going towards the art, so like it was challenging and it was tough, because I left my job and all those things behind, and I was into art. So like, yes, initially your friends, family, like most people doesn't get that support, but
So,
when you but when you feel ki you need to do something of your own, and or when you have that mind in your mind that this is something I want to do, then I think you should really move towards that. Because when I thought of leaving all things behind, job and all those things, so yes, there were challenges. People were like, why do you want to like now do this, and this is just a hobby, it cannot be converted into a career and all those sort of things. But I think when you want to do something now, then things automatically happens for you.
mm,
So initially, when I started this quilling, so I was doing it day and night. Like I wasn't doing anything else. From the morning, I used to like do anything. Like then I was not even getting orders. It was just a, you can say, practice time.
right.
So I was just improving my art, and since morning, late night, I was just into quilling. I used to do this only. So it really, but later on it really helped me a lot, it improved my art a lot. And I still remember when I got my first order, it was from Instagram only. So I used to upload my work, whatever I used to do, I used to upload it on Instagram. So from there only, like there was a girl, and she told me she wanted something for her friend as a birthday gift, so can I do that? And I was super excited. It was like I was not even at the time I was not even aware about like how much I need to charge or all those things, but I was super excited. And when I like presented it, like this is how it is made, then she was also super happy.
It is The first orders are always very special
Yes,
to.
yes, yes, yes. And and there was also like challenges were like in India, I think there is nothing like if you need to learn quilling, then there is no specific people or community at that time. I didn't find anything, na. So I just joined some of the foreign artist workshops only, and through like YouTube and all those things I learned. And then I like step by step I came to know that earlier I was doing it with the normal paper that we used to get in market, normal sheets. But then I realized that no, it won't work because like after you can say few months, it was like the paper was fading up. So
Okay.
we cannot like if we are giving our like most hours to the art, and then we can't just let it go like this. It is fading up, and if it is in like if we keep it in sun rays, then also it is fading really fast. So then I learned that yes, there are different kind of papers available for this, and I need to go in that direction. Then I searched for those. So yes, I faced, but I think it was worth.
I think there are some artists in the comment section also you about the challenges.
Okay, great. So now, okay. So yes, and so now I will just show you how you can paste this flower. So I'm having this sheet with me. Okay. So firstly, we'll paste the center part of the flower, which is this tight coil, and I will just paste it in between. So I have just pasted it like this in between, and then I will start pasting my petals. So this is the first one I'm taking, and I'm just putting the glue on one side, and you need to apply a very little and less glue. Okay, so this is how I have put the glue, just the drops, and I will paste it on the top side. So basically like this.
Okay.
Okay, and then one petal on the bottom side, because if we'll do this way, then there are great chances that the petals will have equal gap in between them. So this is how I have pasted my second one. Okay, and now left and right on both sides I will paste. Quilling is an art like which any one of us and everyone can try. It is not that difficult, but yes, it needs a lot of practice and patience to complete one project. And like I have taken many of the workshops. So my recent workshop was with a US based NGO. So it was they were like all those matlab, they were like teenagers, so almost 16, 18, 14 years of age. And the children who were like were, they just got into drugs and all, na. So it was like for them. So the feedback I received from there, that was amazing. So like they really enjoyed this art, and because they are already into drugs, so they need something which from like which can pull them out from there. So like quilling was really fun for them, and they really enjoyed it.
Plus, I think quilling is a modern art also. Like when we look at the other art form,
Hmm.
the people of this generation, yes, this is really pretty.
Yes.
So they really need something different,
Yes.
something new, which
Yes.
is available.
Because Hmm. Because when I was a child, so we used to like work with colors and all. So this is something like you are creating something with paper. You are making artworks with paper.
Right.
So this is kind of a different form of art. And now, when I see, so there are a lot of artists in India, quilling artists. But initially, when I started, so I didn't find many of the artists,
Hmm.
quilling artists. So you can see this is the way you can create a simple, beautiful flower. Okay.
Yes.
And now we'll move towards this stem part. And for the stem part, currently I am taking these two shades because, as I said, my strips are a little thin. So I will just fold these two strips like this
Okay.
and just put little glue in between and stick them together. Not much, just very little glue. And then just stick them together. So this way you can do. And now I'll just give it a little curve like this from the bottom and from the top like this. Okay, let's see how much I require. So this is kind of extra, so I'll just cut it off.
And how would you paste? It is very thin. So, how will you paste it?
Okay, I will paste it like I'll show you. So you just need to hold it like this. There are two ways of putting the glue to your projects. So many people lack clarity because their glue spills everywhere. So to protect your works from that, what you can do is you can take any of the rough paper, polythene, rough surface, and just spread some glue like this.
Okay.
And after that, you can just take this like I'm taking this strip and just dab this over that glue. So you will not get any extra glue to your work. So I've just dabbed it because it's a paper, so it's really like easy to paste. And then you just need to, so you can see it's easily pasted.
And then
So these are some small tips and tricks which I learned on my journey while working, that how I can, because earlier this used to be a problem for me also, that how I can make it more clear, because when you make the projects with straight lines, for example this one, so you can see these are all lines. So if there is glue somewhere, glue spreaded, then it won't look nice.
hmm.
Okay, like
And how
this.
these kind of petals, this is very different from the one which we
Yeah,
did
yeah,
like.
yeah. So these are like, you can take this strip, just folded it into two parts and then just give it curves and curls with your hands only. And like this is small, I can show you. So this is how you got this,
Okay.
है ना? And then you can just fill it with the uh, more strips inside if you want to make this shape like this. So this is also obviously done with your hands only. And these are the strips, little thicker strips, because when you work on edge quilling, then you need to take the strips of a little higher GSM.
Okay.
So now I'm just preparing my leaves and then this flower will be done. So for making the leaf part, I am just again following the same process, just converting it into a tight coil, and then I'll just allow it to open up, and then I'll just convert it into a teardrop shape, and you can see. So
Hmm.
yes, so now I'll just put a little glue over here, and I will make one more like this, and then I'll show you how we can paste them.
Okay. So someone is asking how much GSM should we use for edge quilling?
On edge quilling, you can take around 160, 180 GSM.
Okay. And what
Then
GSM is using right now?
this one,
Yeah.
this is around 80 GSM, 80 to 90 GSM. When we work on projects like if we need to do something 3D, or like the fridge magnet I showed you, for that 90, 120 GSM is fine. But for on edge quilling, you need to have a like thick paper, because for example, like I showed you, when I pasted this, if it will be very thin, then there are like most chances it will get spoiled or spread. So that is why we need a higher GSM, and it will be easy to control because it's a paper. So that is why. So now for pasting this leaf, I'm just putting some glue over here, and then so I'll just show you. Like this, you can paste your leaf.
Hmm.
Okay. And similarly, this leaf can be pasted over here or at the top. I'll just show you. So what we have done is we have made a similar shape, teardrop shape, but we just changed the direction. Like when we were making the petals, we put this pointed edge inside, and while making the leaf, we put this pointed edge outside.
Right.
It
Hmm.
pasted. So this way you can like create a simple flower. Like here I have used only tight coil and one shape of loose coils. There are different shapes, different triangles, different squares that we can like make. And these are like some of the works that I showed you, the sonnet quilling. And there are a lot of things that we can do with quilling. Like there are nowadays alphabets, initials are into trend, and even some people want like the customized cards, wedding frames. So you can see like most of my work on my profile.
Right, right. But thank you so much for the workshop, and you taught us a lot, the quilling techniques, the how do we the
Yeah, because there
stem.
are small things that you need to keep in mind, like while rolling also, because I've done a lot of workshops, so like I'm aware where you can find it difficult, and I have also gone through the same process. So like while rolling it, you need to roll it with the same pressure so that you get a perfect tight coils. There are these small things which you need to follow, and your quilling will automatically improve. And with that practice,
Right. Practice is very
yes,
important. That is
yes,
the in every
yeah.
profession.
Yes, because then only you'll be able to handle the paper with your hands, because it's not like sketching, like you can just paint it or just sketch it. And even in sketching also there are different techniques of like putting your sketch, how you need to like if it is a this kind of a shape, then you need to do the sketching that way. So that is same with the paper also, because you are handling paper, so you need to be more cautious about that.
Right. So someone in the comment section is asking, can you teach us how to do the 3D quilling? So if anybody wants to learn something, you can go on her Instagram page and you can join the workshops, I guess. And
Yeah, sure.
so she'll be telling you a lot more. This was only, I
Yes.
think, few.
And yeah, and I do have a YouTube channel also with the same name, RAWatCraft. There also you can find many of the videos, because in between I also ran some of the series called Quillathon. So it was like a whole week session where I taught a lot of things. And even I initiated a series called Art Nari that was basically for women. So that like there were a lot of women who are so talented, and they have a lot of talent, but somehow they are so busy in your like housework only, that they are not able to follow that passion or do something in that. So that was for them, so that they can also feel empowered.
Oh, Okay, so you can check her Instagram as well as her YouTube channel
Yeah,
for
sure.
more quilling
Yeah.
related things on something. So please tell us about your Instagram channel so they all can follow it. And you already told us, but you can just reiterate it once again. And
Yeah. So it's with the name of Raw at Craft, RAWATCRAFT. With the same name, you can find me on every social media handle.
okay. So that's great. And I think with this, we can end this session. And before we end it, I would like to thank you for coming to Authindia and telling us about this art form, your achievements, and teaching us some of the quilling techniques so that when we or if someone is starting their journey, they can just keep in mind that these are some of the things where I can get wrong and
Yeah.
improve upon that.
Thank
So we really thank
you.
you, and it was a wonderful session. The demo was
Same
also
here.
okay. So, are there any questions which you have from Auth India?
Oh, I think it's a great platform for the for all the artists because like there are many art forms, for example, quilling, and I'm glad that you like called me here, and I'm so happy to like uh, say about my art to all these people. And I think there must be people who don't know about quilling and all. So when they have gone through your profile, they must have give it a thought that what is quilling. And I think now at least we can try to like I am doing this art. So this is why I'm saying that I would like many people, more people, to do quilling and know about this art basically. Because recently I even had a stall here in Delhi. So there were like many people who came to my stall. They were like, that art is amazing, but we are seeing it for the very first time. And some people were like, we have done quilling but not up to this level. So that was like, okay, at least we are going
Make
up to more people. So I think it is important, and the community you have created, Auth India, it's really great for all the artists, as they can as you are just like I don't have words for you. Like, you are doing a great work, like you are promoting such traditional art forms. Also, I have seen such many more arts you are going into in different directions, so that's really great.
right. Thank you so much for your kind words, and we wish you a very happy journey ahead. May you make a lot of quilling projects, and
Thank you so much.
yes, and yes, we would love to have you again, and then you'll tell us about the game part.
Same here.
So I think with this we'll end the session.
Sure. Okay. Thank you so much for having me. Have a great day.
Same to you. Thank you. Happy New Year.
Yeah, same to you. Happy New Year. Had a great year ahead. Okay. Then bye bye.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
So, hello everyone. So, if you have any questions related to the quilling or any other art form, so you can either DM us or Raw at Art. So, she'll be telling you about the quilling questions and that. So, before we end the session, I would like you all to know that Authindia provides a premium membership where you get to have access to the ebooks and some workshops related to different art forms. And if you want to join it, you can go to our Instagram bio and you can enroll for it. And you'll have all the details over there. So, and if then also you can, if you have any doubts about the membership, you can DM us and we can connect with each other. So, someone is asking how can we connect you? You can follow us on Instagram, and if you have any doubts, you can DM us and we'll get back to you. So, I guess with this, we'll end the session, and again, we'll meet next week, and then we'll have another art form to learn from. So, with this, I'd like to end the session. Thank you so much, everyone.